Coach Matt Nagy, if you're wondering, did reiterate that his quarterback, his starter for week 1 is Andy Dalton. He said, quote, "We need to see him in the regular season. Should Justin Fields at least be given an opportunity, guys, to start week 1? Where are we at with this, Nate? We talked about it at length last week.
I would love to tell you he needs to be undeniable, and he has to slam the door. And, you know, he can't just play well against 2s and 3s with 2s and 3s. But to be honest with you, I'd rather talk about that sound. You know, for him to say that, it's a bold statement because he's a rookie. This is a rookie who hasn't done anything yet, essentially, and he's talking to a fan base that wants him on the field. He's saying, everybody, chill out, just relax. Andy Dalton, who he might snatch the position from, is the starter, and I love the fact that he is taking that stance because, to be honest, Kay, I've never heard a backup quarterback who people want to see more than Justin Fields say something like that. They might say, I'm ready to play ball. It's up to the coaches. You got to trust the process. Take it a day at a time. I'll see what happens week 1. But for him to talk to the fans in that manner, my level of respect just went higher for Justin Fields. I don't think he has slammed the door on taking the #1 spot. But as far as what he said right there, it's a class act.
He has it all going on.
He really does.
Athletically. And understand, there is no substitute for watching the games. If you're someone who just sees the stats or just watches the highlights, you have to understand what went down on that field in Soldier Field. And it's hard for me to take away that Andy Dalton is the best option for them. Because what you didn't see is, like, the Bears receivers, these guys that he's playing with Fields, are not helping him out. There's a bunch of drops. Like, all right, now this is a beautiful throw. It would have been a really tough catch for Riley Ridley. I would bet my life that Allen Robinson makes that play. Bet my life.
Yep.
Can't bring it in. That is a huge stat pattern. Now Fields again. He's going to go over the middle. Darnell Mooney's making that play, guys. That goes down on the records as an incomplete.
Yep.
He's out there with these guys who are the special teamers. This is Jesper Horsted, who I love, but it's another drop. That is not the starters. That is not the All-Pros. Now, as for the hit that he took, roll this thing because everyone oohs and ahs over it, and it was a crazy hit, and it got flagged, and he got destroyed. What I want you to watch is not the hit. Just keep your eye on Fields. All right? He takes a hot minute, takes his breath, and now he gets up, finds his headband, finds his helmet, doesn't care. There's no extracurriculars. There's no mad. There's no screaming at the lineman. He does not ever bounce his personality. He comes in the next snap and hands it off. This dude does not shake. I really think you have to examine the idea of why he's not even been given a chance to start. And Peter, I want to hear your thoughts. Before I do, my least favorite Justin Fields take. I hate it, and it's everywhere.
I'm making it.
No, you're not. The Justin Fields take that you can't start him week 1 against the Rams. You can't start him against Aaron Donald. That is
like that at all.
BS. First of all, there's no hiding from players in the NFL. Yeah. Second of all, you don't pluck this guy from Division III and he's never seen an athlete before. He's played the highest level of the sport on the amateur level. And second of all, you're going to play the Browns in week 3. Do you have to hide him from Myles Garrett too? At what point does it end? If he's ready, I don't care if Aaron Donald is the best player in the universe. You get him out there. Stop with that nonsense weak stuff. He's the guy, and I hate that he's not been given an opportunity to prove it.
And that's where I'll go with this one. We said it on Friday's show, like, it'd be great if Dalton did what Cam Newton did on Thursday night, which was slam the door on this and be like, here's what this is why I'm the number 1. Like, let me show. Here's Andy Dalton's drives this entire preseason over the course of 2 games. Punt, 3 plays. Punt, 3 plays. I mean, this 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs. He had 1 touchdown, which was an insane catch by Rodney Adams. An insane catch and play. Turnover on downs, and then an interception. Like, Andy Dalton has done nothing to say, here's why I'm the guy. And I appreciate everything Justin Fields said about, hey, you got to cheer on Andy. And I love that Nagy wants Andy. Andy hasn't been the quarterback in Chicago for 15 years. Andy hasn't been the guy for 8 years. Andy wasn't Alex Smith, who had been in the system and taken the team to the playoffs the year before. Andy's not even Cam Newton there, who at least has last year under his belt. Like, I'm the guy with the teammates, and I'm the leader, and that's what it is. I don't know. I love Matt Nagy for what his beliefs are and how he knows what he wants to do, and he's sticking to his process. But gosh, it would have really helped if Andy Dalton did him a favor one of these games and had a good performance and was able to, maybe he be the one to silence the fans instead of the backup rookie. It's preseason, I know, but this is a rare situation where they have drafted a player and the coaches come out steadfastly to say, this player's time is not yet. At least Kyle Shanahan,
I like Kyle Shanahan.
He hasn't made a statement. He's like, I'm not making that decision yet. Let's just at least make it a competition. But Matt Nagy's almost protecting Andy Dalton here. And if anything, I think that he has done Justin Fields a disservice because when we're out there, and let's show the hit one more time, we're not trying to do this for graphic nature or for low-hanging fruit here, but this is with the 3rd offensive lineman and the 4th offensive lineman late in the game. Like, Fields is out there in the 4th quarter of a game where they're they're down 45-20, and the Bills guys are trying to make a roster. So that sack right there by Andre Smith, he's trying to make an NFL team. Of course he's coming in. He's not going to lay
on a blown assignment by
an offensive
line
tackle. So you're not doing Fields any service. I would have just liked to see Fields with the ones, just to see it.
Of course.
See it. Let's get us. But no, it's like almost like we can't let that narrative get out of the can't let that toothpaste out of the tube.
Okay, I know you want to go, but I'll jump in. As far as the guy in the locker room, if you don't allow Fields to just have a fair shot with the ones, and Andy Dalton doesn't play well through the rest of the preseason, that locker room, it's going to get disconnected. You'll see guys start to bicker amongst each other, talking to each other, saying, "Well, why not put him in? Why not see Justin with the ones?" Because as a wide receiver, if I'm not making any plays in the preseason, and I see a young guy who can grip it and rip it and extend plays, I'm going to talk to my offensive coordinator and my head coach and say, let's get Justin Fields in.
We'll have more on this all week.